Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do something a little more freeform and just relaxing. So I'm going to paint this flower that I found on unsplash.com. The link is in the description. It's been really tough the last few weeks just to stay motivated and focus on what I want to do for my videos, what piece I want to work on next. My art area has been taken over by work at home stuff, so my computer and my monitor and everything. So we're just gonna paint this and see how it goes. Today I'm using Arch's 140-pound cotton cold press paper and Daniel Smith watercolor paints. The first thing I am going to do is just sketch out a rough idea of where everything is placed, try to get the proportions right, fill in some of the details where petals are, just to give me an idea where I want to put colors. Now I'm going to remove some of the graphite with this kneadable eraser. These are great because they don't ruin the surface of the paper, but they still pick up a lot of the pencil. So when you lay paint down, you don't get that smudgy, gray tone from the pencil graphite. And I roll it across the paper. I find this is the best way to pick up most of the pencil without erasing the whole thing so I can't see it. Now I'm going to wet the whole piece of paper really well so that I can start laying in the background. Here I'm going to mix some Hansa Yellow Light with some French Ultramarine to get a bit of a muted green color. The French Ultramarine is considered a warm blue, and the Hansa Yellow Light is a cool yellow. So when you mix a cool and a warm color together, the color is going to be a bit more muted. And that's what I'm going for here. So I'm just going to lay it all around the background of this image. Now I'm mixing in some cooler phthalo blue to the same mix that I was using before to get some of those darker spots, just give it a little bit more dimension. Here I'm dropping in some new gamboge, which is a warmer yellow-orange color, to indicate some of the flowers in the background that are going to be a bit more out of focus. Leaving it like this, where it's just really blurry, pulls the focus into the middle, which is what I want. Now I'm using a more watered down version of that new gamboge to fill in some of just some color for the flowers. And then I'm going to use Pyrrole Scarlet to drop in a little red around the centers. Now I'm just going to let this dry, and then we'll come back and start on the second layer. I'm mixing some new gamboge with a little Pyrrole Scarlet to make a more red-orange color, and I'm going to fill in the flowers and give them some really clean, crisp edges. Now I'm making a darker red-orange to start working on some of the details, the lines in the petals and the shadows. Here I'm using some French ultramarine to put in the little dark spots in the middle of each of the flowers. At this point, I kind of felt like the background was a little too light, and I took a risk and I decided to glaze over the back with a more blue-green color. Now I'm using some white gouache and some of the yellow to make a creamy opaque yellow that I can use for the lighter spots in the center of the flowers. I'm creating a purpley blue color using French ultramarine, Pyrrole Scarlet, and a little Payne's Gray, and I'm going to use that to refine some of the details and the shadows. By the way, here's a really good tip. If you pull the tape away from the paper at a 90-degree angle, you won't rip the paper. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any ideas for future tutorials, definitely let me know in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos.